morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing about the disturbance of fluid and electrolyte imbalance. So, in the main way to in this here, first of all, we will discuss about the fluid balance and dehydration. So, disturbance of the fluid and electrolyte balance. How to disturb with the due to the dehydration process, due to the elimination of the contents from our body to environment, any disturbance. What are the disturbance occurs in this part? So, first of all, we will discuss about the fluid balance. So fluid balance. So fluid balance is the main way to regulate the body water gain, adjusting the volume of water intake. So the especially the main way to regulate the water gain is by adjusting the volume of water intake. Regulation of the water gain is how to adjust volume of intake, and especially mainly by drinking more. More amount of water. So these are the in the water, the fluid water balance is maintained by the Thirst center. This Thirst center is located in the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus, it contains the Thirst center. The Thirst center is maintain the fluid balance in the body. So in here, although increase the amount of water and solute lost through the sweating, and so in case of excess amount of water is presented in our body, what happened? So in the excess amount of water and solutes are presented in the body, it lost through the sweating and exhalation process, and loss of water, excess solutes depends upon mainly regulation of the excretion of urine. It maintains the fluid balance. And the next one, in case of excess amount, low amount is presented, the hypothalamus is argue with the body, it formation the fluid balance, intake of the fluid. So in here, the extent of the urinary, extent means amount of urinary sodium and as well as the sodium and chlorine loss is the main determination of the body fluid volume. So in here, the urinary water loss the main determinant body fluid volume. Maintained by the osmolarity. And as well as not only hypothalamus Thirst center, it involved in the one hormone, that is the angiotensin 2 and aldosterone. These two are the reduce the urinary loss. Decreases the urinary loss of sodium ions or decreases. And as well as the chlorine ions also. The chlorine and sodium ions of, in case of loss of through the urinary tract, the angiotensin 2 and aldosterone is play a key role in the decreases the urinary tract. It decreases the urinary loss of sodium and chloride ions. So in the next one, it is increases the sodium and chloride ions in the urinary tract. And as well as the body fluids also. In here, the major hormone that this one is it is regulated by this process is regulated by the one major hormone. That major hormone is the antidiuretic hormone. The antidiuretic hormone, it is regulated by the hypothalamus. The antidiuretic hormone also maintain the body fluid water and body fluids, volume of body fluids. So due to it is maintained by the osmolarity process. So this is about the fluid balance. The next one, dehydration. So dehydration, when the body does not have the much fluid, it should have the body gets dehydrated. In case of the body does not have much fluid, does not have much fluid, so the body going to gets the dehydrated. So the dehydration occurs when the amount of fluid loss from the dehydration means loss of fluids from the body is known as the dehydration. So in the dehydration process, loss of the fluids including water, sodium ions, chloride ions, solute ions, different types of ions are lost from the body. So in our body, about 70% of body is made up of water. It keeps our body is keeps the hydrated. It keeps hydrated. In case of due to loss of water, there sodium retention by the body. So in case of loss of water and sodium from the body, due to how to elimination of the sodium and water from the body, due to the one process, it causing the hypernatremia. So the hypernatremia, due to the hypernatremia, it is a loss of the sodium and water from the body. So the dehydration process occurs through the how to form the dehydration. The dehydration causes by the dry skin, dry mouth, and the next one weakness, and decreases the urine. And the next one, urine color is a dark color urine. And the next one, increase the smell of urine, and the next these are the reasons also dehydration occur. And the next one, some dehydration occur due to the following conditions also. Different types of conditions also involved in here. What are there? Unnecessary loss of water from the kidney, unnecessary loss of water from the kidney. And the next one, so how to loss the water from unnecessarily due to the some diseases, means renal failure due to diuretics, diabetes insipidus. Due to some reasons, the unnecessary loss of water from the body to environment. This is the one condition. And the second one condition, loss of water from the gut. So gut means, so from it is located in the large intestine and small intestine. So how to loss of the water from the small intestine, large intestine? Due to the diarrhea, cholera, and vomiting. Due to these reasons, so some amount of water is lost from our body to environment. And the excessive loss of plasma and blood, also due to this reason. So due to these reasons, which conditions, means especially burns and major surgeries. Due to the major surgery, due to the burn, the excess amount of the plasma, excess amount of the blood is eliminated from our body to environment. Due to this reason also, loss of water. And excessive water from the skin, excessive amount. So due to the excessive sweating, and hyperthermia reasons. So due to these reasons, it formation the dehydrations. So in here it formation the edema also. So disturbance of the fluid by the fluid balance, disturbance by the dehydration, disturbance through the edema also. So edema means the human body contains the balanced amount of interstitial fluid. So actually the human body, it containing the balance the amount of interstitial fluid amount of interstitial fluid, which amount of balance the interstitial fluid in the body. So in the body it's regulated by the, how to regulation, it is the regulated by the fluid homeostasis. So due to this fluid homeostasis maintain the interstitial fluid in the body. So when the edema occurs, the amount of fluid, when the edema occurs, the amount of fluid is secreted into the interstitial, either increases the or fail to or removed. So is secreted or removed from body to other organs or other organs to environment. Simply secreted of the interstitial fluid from the body is known as the edema. The edema is means the human body is maintained the balanced interstitial fluid and regulated by the fluid hemostasis pressure is regulated. In case of any disturbance occurs here, edema is formation. So the edema, it is the edema depends of it is the categories of edema fluids. Which type of categories are there? Categories. So the edema upon elements of the accumulated fluid, edema fluid is categorized into two parts. So it's divided into two parts. One is the exudates and the second one is the transudates. Exudates and transudates. Due to these two reasons, the edema is formation. So what is the exudates? Exudates means it is a inflammatory edema. Exudates means inflammatory edema. It is a inflammatory edema. So the next one, it is usually which in color? Yellow in color and cloudy or body bloody fluid. And the next one, cloudy color or bloody fluid. So cloudy look like color is presented in the body. It is the inflammatory edema. And the next one, and then the edema of the inflamed tissue is associated with the increase the vesicular permeability. So edema is it is inflamed. So that's why it is inflamed tissue. Inflammable tissue associate with the increase the inflamed tissue associate with the vesicular permeability, increase the vesicular permeability. In case of vesicular permeability occurs, it is a damage to serous membrane. So the next one, the exudates, it contain the high protein content. And the next one, it is in high protein content, it readily coagulation. And the next one, get readily coagulated. And the next one, it is readily coagulated with the high content of which purpose is the coagulated? Because of the exudates is containing the high amount of fibrinogen. That's why it is involved in the coagulation, and high protein content is presented in the exudates. And what about the transudates? So transudates, it is a non-inflammatory edema. It is non-inflammatory edema. It is typically clear substances. So it is a inflammatory edema, yellow in color. It is a clear substances. It is a non-inflammatory edema. And pale yellow in color. This is a clear yellow color. And it is a cloudy substance. It is a clear substances. And the next one, it is a filtrate of the blood plasma without change in the endothelial permeability. It is a filtrate of blood plasma without changes in the endothelial permeability. Without changes in the endothelial permeability. And the next one, it is it contains the low protein content. content, but it one is the high protein content. And the next one, it is a no tendency in the coagulation, no coagulation. Why? Because of it have the low amount of fibrinogen. So it have the high amount of the fibrinogen, high amount of the protein. Here low amount of the fibrinogen, low amount of the protein. It is inflammatory, it is a non-inflammatory, it is yellow in color, pale in color, it cloudy substance, it's clear substance. So it is exudates and the next one transudates. And the next one, so factors causing the edema. How to cause the edema in the body? So the factors cause the edema. So it is a raised hydrostatic pressure due to increase the hydrostatic pressure. And the next one, increase the permeability of the blood vessel walls. Increase the permeability of blood vessels. And the next one, water and sodium retention. Water and sodium retention due to the impaired kidney function. So this is the factors are causing the edema. And what is the symptoms? What is the symptoms of edema? So edema, it is a swollen and puffy skin. Swollen or puffy skin, and skin discoloration. And the next one, then painful joints, weight gain or loss. So the next one, increase the BP and heart rate. This is the symptoms of the edema. So this is about our topic. If you have any doubts from this topic, tomorrow we will discuss. Thank you.